What's going on, y'all? You're back. I'm your host, Paco, and you're listening to Occupy the Media. I want to thank you if you're tuning in. Right now, we got a bunch of people that have just been tuning in the last two segments. About to break a record here for my show. I've never had 67 people in the chat room, so that is awesome. That's great. I'm trying to keep up with your questions and your guys' comments. Henry, you're getting a lot of love out here. People definitely appreciate you, backing Ron Paul, and they feel bad for what you went through. And I just want to say, also, you guys, somebody posted up the phone number, and I think some people were calling to the police department to let their opinions be heard. If you post it back up, okay, here it go. 318-673-7300. Again, that's 318-673-7300. That's the Shreveport Police Department if you want to let your opinions be heard. And now we got a lot of people tuning in. Just want to let you know we have Henry on the line, the Ron Paul supporter who was assaulted at the convention over the weekend. So if you have any questions, please post it. We have let him know about Ben Swan, so he is going to be getting in contact with Ben Swan. Just to let all you guys know out there. Also, don't forget there is a Twitter bomb at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time tonight, posted by Yowan on Daily Paul. So again, please check that out. Don't forget that I'm on every day, you guys. 10 to 12 noon Eastern Time and 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time every day, Monday through Friday on RonPaulRadio.com. You want any more interviews? Anybody else you think we should get on the air? You let me know. You need to come on there? You let me know and we'll get you on. Okay, so Henry, we're back. Somebody was asking if the GOP has at all got in contact with either you or Alex to find out how you guys are doing.
No one. No one from the state party office has called or checked on me, nor the national GOP. Nobody has called other than the Ron Paul supporters have been checking on me.
Wow. Well, I guess we shouldn't be surprised. I mean, if they're willing to actually, call the police on you, I'm pretty sure they don't care what happens to anybody. As long as
and like I said, I am an elected member of the Republican State Central Committee in Louisiana. They take out one of their own members.
Because you're not going along. Because you're not going along.
I'm not going along with them.
Exactly. You're not going along with them. Now, before the break, you were speaking a little bit more about Alex, and we got cut off, and I apologize for that. You were saying that Alex was getting basically stretched from both sides. Pretty much.
He was being pulled and stretched by both sides, and one of them had a hold of his hand and twisting his fingers, and possibly broke his finger. He thinks that two of them are broke. He does not know, of course, until he has an X-ray. But I saw him on Sunday, and he's got a little finger brace on the fingers, and he was complaining they were hurting him. I told him that Monday when he got back to Baton Rouge, he needed to go to his doctor and be checked out fully. He was also limping a little bit and complaining about his shoulder. But he was pretty stressed out and pretty intimidated by the police. I was hurt and put down, but they never did intimidate me. It just did not scare me. I know they can hurt you, but they're not going to scare me, to make me run.
So you kind of felt like even though they were hurting you, you still were the one with the power, so to speak? You didn't let them, intimidate you?
I'm not going to let them do it and intimidate me, I'm going to fight this all the way. It will not be dropped, we're going to take it slow. We're not going to do anything hasty, but I want to make sure, I want the police to go to jail. I want to make sure that this does not happen again, and if we can prove that any of the hierarchy of the Republican Party did this, that needs to be investigated, and they need to be fully prosecuted if there's any charges that can be brought against them.
You let me know if there's anything.
I've got one big question. If you look at racketeering in the RICO Act, some of this collusion that has gone on between, let's say, police or some of the other people, and this is through interstate, through the internet, through telephone lines, some of this RICO Act might fall into it. We need a full-fledged investigation into not only mine, but all these other problems that are going on, and who is calling the shots and having this done.
Exactly. It needs to be exposed. I mean, just point blank. They can't just do things like this and expect to sweep it under the rug, and we're just supposed to let it go by. Meanwhile, you're getting medical bills. We got Alex, who, God knows what he's thinking in his head, in his mind, because he's being threatened. And so, I mean, I can only imagine. I'm going to a convention to place my vote, and I get my fingers broken and, tossed out of the place, and you're going to the hospital, which I'm pretty sure you never planned on going to the hospital that day. So,
No.
I mean, I think Ron Paul supporters, even for us, this is an eye-opener for us to see just exactly, what it is we're dealing with.
And I want all the listeners to hear me and hear me real good. Don't believe what I'm saying. Go look it up on YouTube. Just search Henry Herford Shreveport on YouTube and look at the videos.
I think somebody posted
everything.
I think somebody posted in the chat, and if they haven't, I think Yowan can grab that. If somebody can post that up, we definitely appreciate. I know it's all over the YouTube right now. And also, Henry, if Alex ever does decide to, that he wants to speak out, you be sure to let him know that we want him to come on Ron Paul Radio and let it all out.
I will.
And, give him the floor.
I will. And
I think I don't know if we had some other questions. One person wanted to know, do you expect these things to also happen in Tampa?
Yes. Yes, I do.
And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because I think a lot of us, in the back of our minds, we're just kind of like nervous to what to think about Tampa. If they're willing to do these at the local level, where there's no media attention, what are they going to do when there is national media there? I mean,
I know. Well, it's been done in the past. What's going to be done, and then they're going to try to blame the Ron Paul people for it. But what they did to us this weekend, we did not provoke it. But they, say we're the bad guys because we bucked the establishment. We played their ball game by their rules. We won, and then they, still don't want to go with the right stuff.
And I'm curious, Henry, how long have you been a Ron Paul supporter?
How long have I been? For many years. I followed Ron Paul for years. I have been a basic backer of him. I really came out strong this time for him. Like I said, I've been a Republican since 1980, but I have looked to see where this country is going to, and it's not the same country that it was in 1980. I mean, it's going down fast. And our biggest enemy is not Obama and the Democrats. It's our own Republican Party.
And do you feel that there's no possible way that you could vote for Mitt Romney and that it's only Ron Paul?
At this moment, there's no way I can vote for Romney. No way at all.
Exactly. I feel the same
I
way.
mean, I see very little difference. Louisiana is known for their old politician, Huey Long. And he said that back in the 1930s, he said there wasn't very much difference between the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. One would strip a tree down from the top down, and the other party would go from the roots up.
Yeah.
And you'd still have the same results, and it's just about happened. I mean, there doesn't seem to be much difference. Ron Paul is the only sensible one out there, and it's so simple. Follow the Constitution. If it ain't in the book, it's not there. If it's not in the Constitution, don't do it.
Exactly.
That is so simple.
Yep. It's very simple. Just follow it. What did Ron Paul say when they brought up the lawyers in the debate? He said, why don't you just open the Constitution and read it?
That's
Why
right.
we need lawyers? What we need lawyers for? Because Mitt Romney, matter of fact, that was Mitt Romney who said that. Mitt Romney said, I'll let the lawyers deal with it. I forgot what the question was. But
they try to paint, the local party tries to paint Ron Paul supporters as nuts, idiots. Most of the delegates were made up of doctors.
Okay,
lawyers,
let's come back to that. We'll talk about that. We're about to head to a break. I'm your host, Paco. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Dana, and I started out as a Ron Paul fan just like you.